Hello, I am breaking in right now because there is a tornado warning near the Ocean Isle Beach area, and it's confirmed according to the National Weather Service right now. We are seeing really it's offshore, it looks like the rotation is, but they're expecting to see it move onshore as of right now. So we're expecting to watch this pretty quickly. But as of now, it is still moving onshore. Let me pull up the data really quick on this storm really quickly. So it is, again, moving closer towards the Ocean Isle Beach area as of now, and we're expecting to see it move. Let me pull up the data really quick. So it is making its way from a water spout offshore, and it may move onshore, according to the National Weather Service. It is moving closer to is moving at northwest and northeast at 15 miles an hour, and it could be near Holden Beach and Ocean Isle Beach around 5:30 p.m. So right now it looks like it's still offshore. You can see that rotation right there. Let me draw this really quickly for you guys. So that's what we're watching right now. This rotation that's from a confirmed water spout might be able to move onshore, and that's what the National Weather Service has been basically looking at really over the past 30 minutes or so. So that's why it is confirmed tornado warning rather than just a radar estimate tornado warning like we usually see around this area. So definitely keep that in mind. If you're in the Ocean Isle Beach area and even into the Brick Landing area as well, you can see this is a lot better of a look here as we look at this pretty closely. As I zoom in, it kind of starts to go, the box starts to go out a little bit, but you can see around this area, Ocean Isle Beach, near Moore Street, near First Street right here, most of these areas need to definitely take cover. Go to your most inner location in your house, and also area that has no windows as well, and kind of just hunker down and wait, because this shouldn't last too long at all. It was supposed to expire right around, let's zoom out really quick, it's supposed to expire around 6 o'clock according to the National Weather Service as of right now. So again, there is a confirmed tornado, and right now it looks like it is just offshore, but it should move onshore really in the next 2 or 3 minutes or so. So definitely keep that in mind. We are tracking this out. Again, it's not onshore as of right now, but really in the next 2 minutes or so, we expect to see it move onshore. So we're still tracking it offshore. It's near the offshore, near the seaside area, and we're expecting to see it move onshore in the next 2 to 3 minutes or so. It is moving pretty quickly, right around 15 miles an hour. But if you are home right now, make sure to go to your interior room or go to the hallway without windows, like I was saying before, in the lowest floor. Definitely get under something sturdy if possible, and definitely cover your body with something protective. Always protect your head. Maybe even if you have a football helmet laying around, wear that instead. Mobile homes can also overturn during a really powerful winds, but this tornado warning doesn't look as powerful as really most tornado warnings could be. So never try to run a tornado in a vehicle. So if you're really driving right now and you're listening to this, definitely do not make sure you really drive away from this. Kind of just go somewhere else, go inside of a store or something like that, and kind of hunker down and wait for the storm to pass. And again, we are still waiting for it to move onshore. This is the latest radar image, and most of it is still showing offshore. You can see that hook that's more signified as a tornado. But again, this is a water spout that's going to be expected to move onshore near the Ocean Isle Beach area, really hopefully, not hopefully, but mostly in the next 2 minutes or so, according to the National Weather Service. But we're going to keep an eye on it as it gets closer and closer. But as of right now, it's still offshore. It's still offshore. We can even measure it out to see how close it is offshore. So it looks like it is right around half a mile or a mile offshore as of right now, and it's moving around 15 miles an hour according to the National Weather Service. So it is moving not too fast at all, which is not always the best, but hopefully as it gets closer and closer onshore, we are hopefully expecting to see it start to weaken a little bit more and more. So this is what the radar looks like. You're going to be expected to see some heavier downpours as it makes its way onshore near the Ocean Isle Beach area. So definitely keep that in mind. You might get some heavier downpours, and then you might see the winds start to pick up a little bit more. But it's not going to be an extremely powerful tornado if it does reach shore. But the thing it could bring is maybe just some higher winds. So definitely keep that in mind with this system. Again, this is a confirmed tornado on the ground, not on the water right now, that could be moving on the ground and moving from a water spout to a tornado, moving onshore really the next from 5 minutes to in the next 2 minutes or so. But it's moving only at 15 miles an hour, and it's set to expire really in the next 30 minutes, around 6 o'clock, according to the National Hurricane Center. It's only moving at 15 miles an hour. Let's zoom in a little bit more. So like I was saying before, it is still showing like it's offshore right now, but it is expected to move onshore pretty shortly. So keep that in mind. But if you're in these areas, near the seaside area near West First Street, it is definitely something to keep an eye on, because again, this is not onshore as of right now, but it will be moving onshore really pretty soon, and we can even track that out by using our cone right here. So it's moving around 15 miles an hour, moving 15 miles an hour towards the northeast. So it can expect to even reach Ocean Isle Beach area really in the next 10 minutes or so. And the next scan we just got doesn't really show too much of exactly where this rotation is, and actually it shows it a little bit closer than that is. So we can really see it mostly into this area just near the Ocean Isle Beach area. It's showing some thing of rotation. You can't see it too much on the actual radar, but as I'm looking at another radar we use radar scope on our phones, we definitely use some other rotation there. We can definitely see some rotation there. So it is still confirmed out on the water, making its way closely onshore. And again, if you're in the Ocean Isle Beach area and even some parts farther inland, definitely hunker down, go to your most center location in your house, and go to the lowest floor as well. We're away from any windows, and even maybe go to the bathroom. The bathroom is probably the best place you can be, especially if that's in the middle of your house where there's no windows or anything like that. And maybe even try to cover your head just in case some of the winds get pretty powerful from this confirmed tornado warning right now. Again, this is supposed to expire right around 6 o'clock tonight and near the Ocean Isle Beach area. And if you're in the Brick Landing area as well, that you're still into this warning, and we're expecting to see it continue, get closer towards your area. You can kind of see where some rotation is as we look right around this area. You can see a little bit of a hook. That's what the meteorologists like to say. A little bit of a hook in the reflectivity that we're seeing right now, but we are still watching it. It's probably going to be moving onshore over the next 2 minutes or so, maybe even less than that. So again, if you're right on the beach, if you have a beach property, you could be starting to see this effect pretty soon. As soon as this next scan comes in, we could see some rotation, maybe moving onshore. Again, this is a confirmed tornado warning. Over the past 30 minutes or so, we've been seeing confirmed water spouts out in the ocean near the Myrtle Beach area, and as it makes its way closer and closer towards our area, we were starting to see it maybe start to see a little more rotation, a little stronger winds, and that's what the National Hurricane Center decided to do with putting a tornado warning with this area right now. And you can even see the shear rate. The shear rate shows some good amount of shear really near the First Street area, especially near Brick Landing. So that's what we're watching right now, is that shear rate shows like the highest amount of change in winds. That change in winds is what the rotation detector is detecting right now, and you can see some of that rotation near First Street area. So again, this is the latest scan we got. It's still showing some rotation, but it doesn't look as impressive as it did maybe about 10 minutes ago or so. But again, this is still confirmed on the ground, on the water actually, but it should be moving on ground and as it makes its way closer towards this area. Again, this is a purple shaded area, different than what we usually see. We usually see a radar indicated tornado, and this is a different one because it says it's confirmed, because we were watching this offshore and as it makes its way onshore near the Ocean Isle Beach area. And right now it is it's near the area of Ocean Isle Beach and between Brick's Landing as well. So if you're in any of these areas, these might be beach properties as well. So definitely keep that in mind. We're going to be expecting to see this expire right around 6 o'clock tonight. And as we look really throughout this system, we're still watching not too much rotation according to some of our radars, but we're watching this storm basically move back and forth closer towards the coast and staying offshore, according to the National Weather Service just right now. And if you're in the Ocean Isle Beach area and Holden Beach areas, definitely take cover right now. And that is directly from the National Weather Service. They just put that statement out just now. So again, if you're on the Ocean Isle Beach area and Holden Beach area, definitely get inside. And you're not in the tornado warning right now, Holden Beach, but the National Weather Service was saying that this basically water spout was going on and offshore, and basically kind of going back and forth on the beach and really back offshore again. So definitely, if you're in these areas on the beach area, definitely keep that in mind that you could have a tornado warning in your area. So we're going to be staying in until this tornado warning has been expired. So definitely hunker down if you're in this area, and if you're not, we're still watching some heavier downpours across the region, with most of the heavier downpours still just into the southern Brunswick County. But again, this is a water spout that's moving on and offshore, closer towards the coast, but we're expecting to see some of it move onshore. So keep that in mind, that if you're in the Ocean Isle Beach area, expect to see some higher wind gusts, and that might be that tornado or that water spout getting closer and closer towards the region. This is a confirmed tornado from the National Weather Service, and they issued it about 15 minutes ago or so, and expect to see it continue to move onshore or just stay offshore. And that's why if you're in any of these beach properties, that's where you really want to hunker down, because it is still a water spout moving onshore according to the National Weather Service, and it's still moving at 15 miles an hour northeast, and it's hard to see exactly where it is. I'm now seeing a little bit of a better image of it. Yeah, there we go, right here. We're still seeing it still offshore, surprisingly, even though it's still moving northeast, and it's kind of just staying right there. I'll circle that for you guys really quick. So it's actually not really moving onshore. We're seeing some of it move closer onshore, then kind of moving it back a little bit. So as soon as this does move onshore, we could see some tornado activity, because it's still a confirmed tornado, so it's still there. That's why we're really watching this system pretty closely, because if it moves onshore, that is a confirmed tornado on the ground on the beach. But it's kind of just staying right around this area, not really moving too much closer towards the shore. I can even back up a little bit so you can see what we've been looking at for the past couple of minutes or so, and you can see how it's basically just kind of been skirting around that area and not really moving onshore, but that's still a tornado warning just in case. So if you're in the Ocean Isle Beach area, looks like it is just southeast of where you are right now, and kind of near the Brick Landing, just offshore. Let me zoom a little bit closer to see exactly what we're looking at right now. So it's near the First Street area, just offshore, and this looks like it is right around. Let's measure this out really quickly. You can see it's just about less than a mile or just a mile offshore right about now. It looks like 0.9, maybe 0.1 mile exactly, and it's basically just been kind of just going back and forth closer towards the coastline according to the National Weather Service. So if you're in the area of the box, you can see if you're all the way near the seaside area, it's still not that polygon the National Weather Service has issued. That looks like you are mostly into the clear by then, but we're still watching this storm continue to move northeast as of right now. It still looks like it's still offshore, but it can really come on shore really in the next coming minutes or so. It really depends on, as soon as this moves on shore, that's when we can expect to see maybe some tornado damage, because again, this is a confirmed tornado moving onshore as a water spout coming towards the coastline of the Ocean Isle Beach area. And you can even see it if you're in the Holden Beach area as well. It might get closer to you guys there, especially into this area. Let's zoom in a little bit closer right here. The area over here near Shell Drive, this little peninsula you see right here, this part, we could start to see some little more rotation getting closer to there. But again, it's still offshore, which is good. But as soon as it does move onshore, we are expecting to see maybe it touch the ground. And this is not a very strong tornado. It's not showing up the best on our velocity, but it's still showing up as a signature, but it's not going to be expected to be still pretty fast. But there's still a tornado warning, and it's still observed, and they actually just extended it for another. It's extended this for another 15 minutes. You can see now in the Holden Beach area, in Secession, also in Vernon Town and Dixon Landing, all of this area is now under a tornado warning. That's basically just confirming what we're seeing right now. So if you're in the Ocean Isle Beach area, you still have this tornado warning, but this storm, it looks like it is mostly moving. Let me get this, draw it out really quick. It looks like it's moving really this way at, let's see, 15 miles an hour. It looks like 20 miles an hour. So let's map this out really quick. So it looks like it can make this path really towards northeast areas. and you can expect to see it maybe get closer towards the coastline. Actually, we just saw a new scan right there. Let's zoom in a little bit closer. So it's right near the Bricks Landing area. Like I was saying before, that area right here in Holden Beach, and that's an area in Holden Beach area that's getting closer to this, right near really Shell Drive area, and it's just offshore, as I was saying. But as it makes its way closer and closer, we are expecting to see it move onshore. Again, this is a confirmed tornado moving into the Holden Beach area, maybe even moving farther offshore as well. So if you are still in this area, make sure you get to your centermost room in your house with no windows and kind of just hunker down there for really the next 30 minutes or so, because this storm is basically, we've been watching it for maybe about 30 minutes to an hour or so. It was basically dancing around offshore as a water spout, and it was actually observed that lots of people saw it offshore in the Myrtle Beach area, but now it's starting to get closer towards our coastline, and that's why the National Weather Service actually issued a tornado warning, and we're still seeing that tornado warning in this area. It's near the Ocean Isle Beach area, the Jenny's Branch area, Brick Landing. That area is still under that tornado warning, but we are seeing extended basically near the Holden Beach area, also near the Succession area, and really near the Mercer Landing is still technically part of it, but it's a little farther away there. But again, we are still watching this tornado warning still move closer towards the Holden Beach area, really in the next maybe about 10 to 15 minutes or so. I can map that out once again, and you can see it moving right around the northeast, and it should be in the Myrtle Beach area, the Holden Beach area in the next 15 to 10 minutes or so, around 5:56 according to this one estimate. But don't take this estimate for word. We could see it really in the next 10 minutes or so as well. So definitely keep that in mind. If you're in this area, hunker down, and if you're a little farther towards the west, like you're seeing towards Ocean Isle Beach area, definitely you look like you're in the clear, but you still have that tornado warning. And usually boxes we usually see with tornado warnings are that red color. This is a confirmed tornado. So what that means is the National Weather Center has seen this offshore, and it has been confirmed offshore, and is expected to move onshore really in the next coming 10 minutes or so. And according to the National Weather Service, it should be around the Holden Beach area really in the next about 5 minutes or so. So we're going to keep an eye on this as it gets closer and closer. But again, this is still a tornado warning in the Holden Beach area, and even in the Ocean Isle Beach and Brick Landing area right now. And we're still waiting for a new scan to come in, because this is the last scan was just about 2 minutes ago or so. But we're expected to see this first confirmed tornado warning expire in the next 15 minutes, and then this one expire at 6:15 there. But if you really want, so if you're in this area, make sure you go, if you're home, go to an interior room in the hallway without windows, and also and go into the lower floors as well. So if you're also there in your home, make sure you get under something sturdy if possible, and cover your body with something protective, and always protect your head just in case. If you have an old football helmet lying around, that's probably going to be best as well. With mobile homes, if you're in a mobile home, they can overturn. It's especially during a pretty weak tornado, they can easily overturn with something like that. So definitely make sure you can do something safely in that. Maybe it goes somewhere else, or just hunker down and kind of just stay as calm as possible during this tornado warning. And also, if you're driving around in this tornado, make sure you drive to the closest shelter where you are. Do not outdrive this tornado warning at all. Make sure to go somewhere else. Maybe go to like a Walmart, go to a gas station, go somewhere there and try to hunker down until this warning ends. We're still seeing this rotation near the Brick Landing area as of right now, but we are expecting to see it move onshore pretty quickly, and really in the next 5 minutes or so. Again, if you're in the Ocean Isle Beach area, and actually we just got a new scan there, so you can see that rotation getting closer and closer onshore, and it's actually getting pretty close on shore. So again, if you're on this road and you have Shell Drive and you see View Drive, this area in Holden Beach, that's what we're really concerned with, because we're seeing this rotation right here. And it's basically, let's measure this out really quickly. It's around 0.3 miles offshore, and it's showing some good amount of winds as well, difference of winds. So it's expected to move onshore, continue to move onshore. So it looks like if you're in the Bricks Landing area, if you're in the Ocean Isle beach area, it looks like you are in the clear as of right now, because we are watching this single cell of rotation. Again, this is confirmed tornado warning, still offshore. Start to move onshore, getting closer towards this area. Again, this was a water spout offshore, really all the way. Let's back it up a little bit so you can see where we've been looking at. It's basically been a water spout over the past really 20 minutes, 30 minutes or so. You can see it in this area right here, but as it got closer and closer, that's when we started to get reports really near the Myrtle Beach area, and started getting reports of it getting close, of an actual water spout out there. But now it's actually moving into our area, and that's where we do have that confirmed tornado warning. That's where you see this pink and purple color here rather than a regular red color. So this is an actual confirmed tornado warning in our area. Again, near the Holden Beach, just really just offshore as of right now, near Shell Drive and also Seaview Drive, and also near Sunshine Lane. This area right here is basically in the area where you really need to hunker down, because this is where the rotation is, as is really. And the rotation is as of right now. So we're expecting, again, move this onshore. It's moving around 20 miles an hour. Let's scoop this out again to see where you can expect to see it in your area. So this is around, this is moving around the Holden Beach area, maybe around 557, but it's in this area in the next 3 minutes or so, but it's moving closer and closer towards onshore, and it's actually holding out together pretty well. And it's actually starting to strengthen a little bit more. You can see that tighter rotation there. You can see the red color and then the red and then the green color. So the green color and the red color shows the differences. So the green color is actually facing away from the radar, and then the red color is actually going towards the radar. So it's showing a difference in the difference in the actual rotation. So that's why you're seeing different stuff like that. But now we actually have the rotation detector on, and you can really see exactly where all of that difference in rotation is. So the difference in the winds really show a clearer picture of where this tornado could be, and you can really see it getting closer and closer onshore as of right now. So again, let's zoom out, and because we do have two tornado warnings that we are working with. So if you're in the Brick Landing area, it looks like you are mostly in the clear. In Ocean Isle Beach area, you're mostly into the clear, but you still have this warning, and that's set to expire in about 10 minutes or so. But this is the area we've been mostly watching really over the past 5 minutes or so as it gets onshore pretty closely. And let's start to look at the radar again. So the radar, you can see lots of heavier downpours in the Holden Beach area. So you might not really hear the winds if it's getting closer to you. So that's why it's important, if you're in this area, definitely hunker down, go to the centermost location in your house with no windows, and kind of just stay there until this warning has expired. And this warning is set to expire at 6:15. Let's get rid of this marker right here, and let's look at the newest scan. And it's still showing the past scan right around, and really the past 3 minutes or so. So it's just offshore still as it makes its way closer and closer onshore. This is, again, a confirmed tornado warning near the Holden Beach area from a water spout going onshore as a tornado. And again, this is a confirmed tornado because other people offshore saw this as a water spout touching the water, and as it gets closer and closer towards onshore, the National Weather Service is saying that this will become a tornado and start to produce some damage. So that's why this color is purple, not that red color you really used to seeing. But let's take a look at the newest scan right now, because we're still seeing that scan pretty closely into this area right now. But it's expected to move really northeast again, right around this area. I'm not seeing the closest radar scan as of right now, but we are expected to see, are we able to switch the graphics really quick? There we go, perfect. So this is the newest scan that we're seeing right now. It is actually near the, you can see that near Russell Headway Road Southwest, and near Windy Road as well. So this area that we're circling right now, that's where we're seeing that rotation. If we can zoom out just a little bit more so you can see a little bit what we're looking at right now. So it is onshore as of right now with this tornado warning. It is moving onshore with that rotation you can see there, and it's near the Holden Beach area and expected to go northeast at 20 miles an hour, and it's actually getting closer to an area that's not really in that tornado warning, so we might start to see extend that for a little bit, but it's actually moving onshore. This is the first time we've seen it onshore. At other times it wasn't really onshore at all near the Ocean Isle Beach area, but now it's actually moving more and more onshore. So expect to see this continue on until 6:15. It's moving closer towards the monogram area, but it's still expected to move northeast near the Holden Beach area as of right now. So we are still watching this storm start to continue to move on. Again, this is a confirmed tornado warning on the ground right now. Let's take a look at the shear rate so you can see where that rotation is. You can see the strongest of the rotation is actually kind of near both of the boxes right now, really in this area right here. We're watching the strongest of rotation. If you're in the Crystal Water Way southwest, or the Healing Water Lane, this is where we're watching that rotation right now. We're watching a pretty strong rotation move really towards the northeast, and it's finally onshore right now. So let's take a look at the rainfall right now as well, because you can see there's some lighter rain showers. That really shows you exactly where that hook is onshore. So near the monogram area, just south of the monogram area. So if you know anybody in this area, definitely try to reach out and make sure they are in their safe place, the centermost location in their house with no windows at all, and expect this hopefully hunker down and kind of get better and better closer towards the So it's actually... So we are still seeing that rotation there, and let's take a look at another velocity once again. So let's start to switch the other graphics really quickly. So that now we're still seeing that rotation. There's the rotation detector. Still have both tornado warnings, but the strongest of rotation is just really on the border of both of the tornado warnings right now, near Russell Hewitt Roads southwest as of right now. Again, there is a confirmed tornado on the ground, and that's set to expire in the next 15 minutes or 20 minutes or so. But as of right now, it looks like it's still moving pretty quickly, still on shore, and it's still really so showing some good rotation with this as well. So let's zoom in really closely so you can see exactly where that rotation is. And this is the latest scan as of about 2 or 3 minutes ago. And we're expecting to see it move towards the northwest, and I can map it out really quickly. So expect to see it move really towards the northwest. You can kind of see it's actually moving closer towards the very edge of the box. That's why if you're not in the very center of the box, that you still might get some of this, and that's why it's very important to be in attention, just if you're outside the box, even in the monogram area. Also, if you're in this Sylvietown right there, you're still in this area that we are watching. Even though you might not be in the tornado warning, you're still in the area of where this storm might go, especially they might extend this storm, or they might extend the warning out for another, maybe extend the box out a little bit more. But now that we just got a new scan in, you can see the rotation is starting to weaken a little bit more. It is really still in this location right here. So the rotation is showing a little bit lesser rotation, but it's actually showing closer toward the Seashore Road southwest and the River Street. That's where we're seeing the rotation as of right now. So that rotation is still being pretty prevalent, but luckily is weakening pretty quickly as it's onshore. And it was a lot more impressive just about 5 minutes ago, which is good that it's weakening. But again, this is a confirmed tornado according to the National Weather Service, and we're expecting to see it expire in the next 20 minutes or so. But this is just southwest of Monogram and also near River Street southwest and James Street. So this area is what we're watching right now. I can actually pencil that in really quickly. So this area right here, you can even see that with the shear rate. That area right there is where we are watching that rotation near. And again, this is moving really northeast around 20 miles an hour. So if you're in this area, or we know anybody in this area, definitely tell them, or you yourself, hunker down and get into your innermost location in your house with no windows. But this rotation is still moving pretty right around 20 miles an hour. Let's start to look at this velocity once again. So this is what it looks like. You can see that velocity, that difference in color. That's what us as meteorologists are looking for in a tornado warning. And you can even see that with the shear rate. The shear rate shows the different rotation in the system. So it shows different winds, kind of like what we were showing before, but it shows the highest amount of shear, the highest amount of rotation actually near Russ Street Southwest and Randy Street. So they actually just expired the other tornado warning for the other area. So if you're in this area, Ocean Isle Beach, you're still under that tornado warning. Brick Landing, and Jenny's Branch, this area is set to expire at 6 o'clock, but right now we're mostly watching this rotation. That's just on the other polygon. So you're mostly in the clear. You're basically in the clear if you're in Ocean Isle Beach area. So we're mostly just watching it just really northwest of Holden Beach right now, making its way closer towards onshore. And really onshore, actually, it's still on the confirmed on the ground. And this rotation is in River Street Southwest. And also, if we zoom in a little bit more, James Street Southwest as well, near Warren Landing Road Southwest, and also Raymond Street. That's the areas we are watching as it makes its way closer towards the northeast. Shear rate shows us that Russ Street Southwest is still showing that rotation there, but as we look, we're still expecting to see this tornado warning set to expire really in the next 15 minutes or so. And again, it's weakening pretty quickly. And it's, again, set to expire in the next 15 minutes, and hopefully it won't be causing too much damage there. But again, this is on the ground, confirmed by the National Weather Service as a confirmed tornado. And it really moved onshore as a water spout, really from all those afternoon showers and thunderstorms that we had this afternoon. And then it basically moved onshore as a water spout, and now is a confirmed tornado on the ground. Let's take a look at that velocity once again. It's still showing that rotation near the area of Russ Street Southwest, Randy Street, and it is moving towards the northeast. So we're waiting for the next scan, because the next scan can really tell us exactly where this storm is going, and also is going to tell us exactly if the storm is weakening or strengthening, but mostly it is going to be starting to weaken as we get along with this storm as of right now. But like, it's moving northeast, and we're actually seeing it become a little bit north and northeast, but it's still in that polygon area as of right now. So we're still watching this area just north, really southwest, southeast actually of Monogram, and actually into the Russ Street Southwest, Randy Street as well, Seashore Boulevard. That's where we're watching this area right now. Again, it is moving at 20 miles an hour and set to expire in the next 16 or 17 minutes or so. So again, this is going to be still moving closer towards the northeast, and we haven't got any updates from the National Weather Service right now. We just got the newest scan in though, and it's showing that the rotation is still in this area. So let me zoom out so you can see where it is in the polygon, and the newest scan is showing that the rotation is in this area near Oxman Road Southwest, and also near Bayview Drive Southwest as well. So if you're in the road near, if you're on the road near, which road is this really quickly? If you're on the road near Shoreline Drive Southwest, and also this is just basically the same road, Seashore Road, this road right here that keeps on going on. We're expecting to see this continue to move northeast. You can actually watch the path. Let me go for the past 15 minutes or so you can really see where the road, it's moving. It's actually moving in this area. Let's path this out really quickly. And it's moving around 20 miles an hour. So if you're in this area, near Succession area, that's just going to be most likely passing just west of you. The heaviest rotation is really just Oxman Road Southwest, also near Captain's Wheel Avenue. That's where we're watching this rotation. And again, the storm is moving at 20 miles an hour, and we're set to this expire in the next 15 minutes. Again, this is now 6 o'clock. We've been tracking out this storm for the past 30 minutes, or even a little bit longer than that, as it makes its way onshore as a water spout. And it's continuing to move more and more onshore. So this is where the rotation is as of right now, near Bayside Drive Southwest, near Lori Lynn Southwest, and we're expecting to see it get closer and closer towards the northeast, kind of near the Jones Drive southwest. That area really needs to start getting into your lowest area of your house, in the centralmost location in your room, and also near no windows as well. So we're also watching this some area you really need to hunker down in, is if you're in this neighborhood of Ford Drive right here, Ford Lane right here, Robinsonville Road Southwest, Southwest as well. So Stansbury Road right here. This area is where we're watching this storm start to move closer to. So it's moving around. It's moving around 10 to 20 mile an hour, moving northeast, and it's set to expire at the next. It's set to expire in the next 15 minutes or so. But we just got a call at our station saying it was near the Holden Beach area, shot by a viewer within the last half hour. We're going to cut to the video right now. Here is that video. So you can see that some of that rotation there, and you can see it on the ground, somewhat from that funnel cloud sort of there. And it doesn't look too, you can see the rotation too much because it's definitely rain wrapped, but we are still watching some heavier downpours in this area, really just around that tornado. So definitely keep that in mind. That, again, this is a confirmed tornado, and it is confirmed by the National Weather Service. It was originally a waterspout moving onshore, and we're still seeing it onshore. It looks like it's just northwest of Holden Beach, and it looks like it will be just exactly west of Secession right now. So you can see that near the Oxman Road and also Bayside Drive southwest. That's where we're seeing that rotation really pretty dominantly still near Oxman Road. As of right now. Again, this is set to expire the next 15 minutes, now 14 minutes. We'll see if the National Weather Service continues to let this go all the way to the end, or we're going to see it maybe extend it on a little bit more. So let's take a look at the rain right now. So you can kind of see where it is. Let me circle it with this pretty quickly so you can kind of see where it is in location of the rain. And it looks like it is pretty rain wrapped right now. You can see all that rain, those heavier downpours in this area. So definitely keep that in mind. You're not going to be able to hear the higher winds of this tornado warning. So definitely, if you're getting rain right now and you're in this polygon right here, even though it goes all the way over towards the Vermontown right now and Dixon Landing, you are still in this tornado warning, and you need to go to cover as soon as you can, especially because this is a confirmed tornado on the ground. And if you are because this is a confirmed tornado on the ground, it is very important that you go to the innermost location in your house, especially without the room without windows and on the lowest floor. Definitely get under something sturdy if possible and protect your body, and always protect something with your head, especially during a tornado warning. So if you have an old football helmet lying around, maybe even a hockey helmet, that's the best thing to wear, especially during a tornado warning. Mobile homes during a tornado warning might not be the safest, but it's definitely the most safest if you're just hunkering down there, and make sure you can do something safely to really protect yourself with a mobile home during the tornado warning. And also, if you're driving right now in this tornado warning, definitely try to get to an area that is really like a gas station or a Walmart or something like that. Go somewhere outside of your car. Never stay inside your car, and never try to outdrive the car. We're still watching the newest scan as of right now. You can see it's actually near the Oxman Road and Bass Avenue Southwest, and the rotation is really on the northern part of this tornado warning as of right now. So it's actually northwest of Secession right now, and the Stansbury Road, you can see that really northwest of that. And it's expecting to continue to move north, really northeast actually, around 20 miles an hour. We have not gotten any information from the National Weather Service as of right now, but we're still watching this confirmed tornado on the ground. So this is very important. It's different than what we usually see. We usually see a radar indicated tornado, which is that red polygon, that red box, but this is a purple box because it was confirmed offshore as a waterspout, and then it moved onshore as it makes its way northwest. So we're expecting to see it hopefully start to wrap up in the next 10 minutes, but as of right now, we are still seeing some rotation with this storm as it makes its way closer and closer towards the northeast. So it is near, if you're in this area right here, so if you're in the area of Green Pipe Drive Southwest, that's where it's going to be expected to move closer towards the northeast. And even Elon Street Southwest, that's area and just south of Sylvietown, that is the area we are watching this start to move, because it's actually moving a little bit northeast rather than what we were expecting to see it. So we can expect to see, maybe even see some that rotation maybe move outside the polygon. So it's really important, if you're in this area, Cedar Grove Drive, start to really hunker down, get to your safe space, and really just be prepared for anything, especially during this tornado warning that's confirmed on the ground. And I'm going to go back a couple of minutes or so you can see the path of this that we've been watching. You can see how it's actually moving a little bit farther north than what the actual polygon has been having. So you can see it move closer and closer towards the north. Again, this is still confirmed on the ground, and it's making its way closer towards the northeast, around 20 to 15 miles an hour. The rotation is starting to get a little bit weaker, but it's still enough there that it's still on the ground. So it's definitely keep that in mind. If you're in this area, please hunker down and get somewhere safe. But if you're in the Holden Beach area, just farther down south, you are most likely safe, because it is a lot farther inland than where you are right now. So if you're really south of Secession or in the Vermontown area, the Dixon Landing area, you're most likely safe as of right now. But that could change really in the next 15 minutes or so. So definitely keep that in mind. This tornado warning has basically been moving a little bit more north than northeast, but it's something to keep in mind as we get along towards really the end of this tornado warning in the next 10 minutes or so. So again, we're watching this really in this area right here. You're watching some of that tornado warning. This is actually might be a little bit outdated, because this is about 3 minutes old or so, as it makes its way closer towards the Grizzlet Road, Grizzlet Road, and also Cedar Grove Road. This Cedar Grove Road, this area right here, is what we're really watching it get closer and closer to. It gets starting to weaken just a little bit more, which is good news, especially because there was a water spout moving onshore. It's not really expecting to see more of that rotation. You see more of those tornadoes out in the Midwest, but it's actually starting to expand a little bit more. You can see how wide this rotation is. It's very, it's not as wide as it really should be, but we are expecting to see it hopefully start to weaken more and more as we get along in the next really 10 minutes or so. So the rotation is getting a little bit weaker, and it's also getting a little bit wider. Here's a look at that rotation detector. It was a little bit stronger earlier on, and now it's starting to weaken just a little bit more and more. But that doesn't mean it's still not dangerous. It's still a confirmed tornado on the ground, and expecting to continue to move really north. We just got, you can see a little bit of an arrow right here. Let's click that really quick. So you can see it's actually expecting to move a little bit northern part of where the National Weather Service has this box. So again, if you're in the box, definitely hunker down. But if you're just outside the box, the Sylvietown, this is where the area you really want to be. Actually, we just got the new scan in right now. Let's take a look at that. So this area is what we're really watching. This rotation, you can see that near the Cedar Grove area, just like I was saying before. This is where it's moving to. It's just at the northernmost part of the polygon, of this pink and purple polygon. Expected to continue to move northeast. There's that rotation. Again, that's very broad rotation near Elon Street and Cedar Grove Road. It's expected to continue to move northeast around 10 to 15 miles an hour, and maybe even 20 miles an hour. And again, its rotation is starting to get more broad and broad, but which is good. It shows that it's weakening, but that's still confirmed on the ground, and we have not gotten any information from the National Weather Service saying anything about it. So we're going to continue to we're staying in coverage just until this warning has expired. But as of right now, we are still seeing some rotation in this area, Cedar Grove Road area, Sylvietown, just south of Sylvietown actually, near Elon Street, near Cedar Grove, and also near near Cedar Grove Road, and also near Samuel Boulevard Drive. That area is where we're watching that rotation as of right now. Maybe even Stanley Road Drive. That's where we expect to see it start to move closer to, maybe even farther north of that. So the shear rate, let's take a look at that. That's the shear rate is the rotation detector, like I've been saying before. It basically shows a difference in winds, and imagine it like kind of like you're rubbing your hands together. The two different directions causes that tornado, and that's why we're expecting to see some rotation in this area. That's why there was that tornado warning near the Cedar Grove Road and also near the Grizzlet Road southwest as of right now. So expect to see this storm expire, expect to see this warning expire in the next 5 to 10 minutes or so. And this is very, very rain locked right now. You can see this rain, completely widespread downpours in this tornado warning. So you cannot hear this tornado warning you not hear this tornado get close to your area at all. So it's basically showing heavy downpours, and it's really just rain locked and rain wrapped actually near the Cedar Grove Road area. So let's take another look at the velocity. You can still see it near Cedar Grove Road and H&H Road as well, just south of Sylvietown. This scan is a couple minutes old, so it might be a little bit northeast of this area. So that's why even if you're outside of this tornado warning, it's important to hunker down and be safe just in case. Morgan Road and Morgan Road Southwest, Stanley Road, this area is just outside of that tornado warning, but we could expect to see it maybe go into this area. Let's do this really quickly. So you can expect to even see it move around 20 miles an hour. It's showing all these areas over here, but mainly what we've been watching is just in this area right here. This rotation is what we're watching, and hopefully start to weaken over the next coming minutes or so. It's set to expire in 10 minutes with the velocity right around, not moving too fast. Let's see, you can see how fast this is I'm rotating. So you can still see a little bit of a difference there. So it's rotating, still showing some rotation in this. And it's actually being a little bit more impressive because as you look further down south, was a water spout moving onshore, and it made its way just off, really near the Stansbury Road area. So it's actually still confirmed a tornado according to the National Weather Service, and we're going to be staying on until this warning has expired. So let's start to get zooming a little bit more so you can kind of see where this storm could go. So Stanley Road, like I was saying before, Stanley Road Southwest, Stanley Bluff. So we're still watching the storm. There's another arrow right here. Let's see where our own model, our own radar is saying the storm could go. And it has it moving around 17 miles an hour, and it even has it getting closer towards the Mercer air landing area, but that's still outside the tornado warning as of right now. So we're still watching it, still staying inside of this polygon. And this polygon is pink and purple compared to what it usually is around red. Red is the usual color we see of a tornado warning because this one is a confirmed tornado warning. That's because the National Weather Service has confirmed it on the ground, and we're finally starting to see a little bit lesser of that rotation. We're actually seeing it near the border of this polygon near Sylvietown. We can zoom in a little bit more so you can see exactly what this storm is doing. We're seeing some rotation near the Cedar Grove Road area like we've been talking about before, just south of Sylvietown, and it's expected to even get closer towards Morgan Road Southwest, just outside of that polygon. But again, if you're in this area, definitely hunker down, go to your innermost location in your room, and make sure you're in a very safe place just in case this tornado gets over your house or even over your apartment or even just over your mobile home as well. So this is a very important, again, this is a tornado on the ground, still showing rotation, and some of that rotation is actually getting outside of the polygon, outside of the location of that tornado warning, initial tornado warning, and you can expect to see it hopefully start to weaken in the next 10 minutes or so. So it's still expecting to see this tornado warning there, and it's still expected this tornado warning to hopefully expire the next 2 to 3 minutes or so. And according to the National Weather Service, this is set to expire in the next 2 minutes. They basically seen enough rotation in this tornado, and that there's not enough to sustain it for the next 2 minutes. So they're expiring this tornado in the next 2 minutes. So with that, we are probably going to go. We're probably going to go off air. That we're going to start to go to commercial break and get back to your regularly scheduled programming with your regular 6 o'clock show.
You're watching WWAY News at 6.